blossom in their own intelligence.
So, it's very interesting that when it comes to even our local homes, I'm sure that one of the anchor scriptures will be spare the rod and spoil the child.
Yes.
So every parent decided not to spare the
You
rod.
see, that comes into the third point I want to talk about, on the subject of discipline. The word discipline is a very beautiful word.
Right.
Disciple comes from the word discipline. If I'm discipling you, does that mean I cane you?
All right, no.
No, see, you that you are a father,
Yeah.
you surely have a rule over your life. You have somebody you submit to as a boss.
Yeah.
Now imagine for every mistake you make, your boss canes you. Will you be happy with it?
Not at all.
Now then, who gave you the right to just whip the child?
Yeah.
You get it? To discipline is a field of study. To disciple means to understudy, to let somebody know by studying from you.
Yeah.
You get it? Now, you are using a rod on a child. You are scolding at a child. Do you know the outcome? You make the child insensitive.
Very much. Yeah.
The more you cane a child,
Yeah.
the more you punish a child, the more insensitive you make a child. Look at an armed robber that enters a room with a gun and sees a pregnant woman, points a gun at the woman, and the woman is crying.
Yeah.
And the woman is hoping the armed robber will be sensitive to the tears, at least feel the pain of the fact that there is a child in my womb and I'm a helpless woman. Won't you feel my pain and allow me? But the armed robber is not moved by any of these things. Why? Because he has experienced life in its harshness. Nobody was there for him when he was crying. Nobody was there for him when life was beating him. So how do you expect that child to be sensitive?
He's dead.
Yes, he's dead. It is there in our political world. You see, punishment is a part of our culture. So we have a lot of insensitive people. Pastors insensitive, politicians insensitive, teachers insensitive. And you realize most of these teachers who cane students a lot are not happy with themselves. Because it is the experience people have gone through. It is that experience they pass on people. You will never see anybody who is okay with himself, okay with his life, using cane anyhow. It is their misery they visit on people in the name of discipline.
Yeah.
So you realize when you visit home, parents who are more concerned about these things are those who are not themselves happy. He has had a bad day, work is not working, marriage is difficult, like everything has turned against him. Now he has to visit that pain on you.
Yeah.
And when you beat a child, I repeat, you make the child very insensitive. He doesn't feel the pain of people. That is why a politician can have a whole community's money sitting in his pocket and he doesn't care about the fact that there are no educational facilities. He just squanders the money. He just embezzles it with no care for the people.
I understand.
It begins from the home. Yeah. We are trying to fight corruption from the top there. But it starts from the down there.
I was just going to make a point about that.
It is the very basic foundation. It is the foundation of all human growth. When the home goes wrong, every other thing. For instance, if Apple is manufacturing spoiled phones and you clear them from the market, they will still bring spoiled phones. But if you go directly to them and tell them, hey, the phone you are producing has problem, then they correct it from there. So if you want to end corruption, it must start with parents. They must raise sensitive children, show them responsibility, help them to take charge of their own life. I spoke of the fact that we try to live the life for the children because how do you make a child grow? Make him responsible.
Okay.
Let him pray. If he falls, next time he will not go there again. Yeah. This is how we allow children grow in their own intelligence. Show them this is the concept of God my parent told me.
All right.
Now you too grow and discover for yourself too. Yeah. If what I have known and I have taught you helps you, fine. But how do we give this freedom? Everything is imposed.
I believe, I said 4, and you've given me 2 so far. Let me just chip this in, and I believe we'll continue from there. So, with the children, all right, who have been through parenting, where, they've been molded into a particular rigid lifestyle.
Okay.
Now they are insensitive and all that. But, we are also looking at national development, national progress, human progress. How do these children, who are now adults, get out from their past ways, how they've been trained? How do they move past their training into a new kind of life?
You see, it is said, the foundation determines the structure. When the foundation has gone wrong, definitely it will be difficult to correct the child, that person. That is why you realize that we've been trying to talk about corruption and everything up there, but it's still not ending. You get it? If change will begin, it will have to start from the fresh generation, right from the beginning. So Africa, this side of the world, our problem runs many generations back. The way our fathers did, the same thing was passed on and has been passed on up to now.
Yeah.
So how can we bring the
What's the way
change?
forward?
It has to start with the younger generation.
Wow.
Because the old is already gone. Jesus Christ said you cannot pour a new wine into an old wineskin.
Yeah.
You get it? They have become old. The mindset has already been built. They are now working in the completeness of the experience they've had growing up. So it's difficult to bring changes into the life of these people.
Okay.
Those up there are already passing.
So how? That means like the way forward for them is going to be long, because these very ones are the ones who are also going to give birth and would also pass on the same training they got, because as we were saying, the experiences we get is what we are giving to whoever we get in touch with. So for these ones who have now been so straight, you can't bend them anymore, if you bend them they break, they're going to give birth and they'll teach the same thing. So is there any future for humanity?
There is a future for humanity. First, I have been saying this all the time, that wise is the parent, wise is the leader who doesn't visit his pain on another person. If you are listening to me out there, or you are watching me, and you've gone through some treatments, life is only showing you how you should not treat other people.
Wow.
You must be wise enough never to visit the pains you've been through on another person. You must be loving enough to make the next generation better. You must be loving enough to make the next generation more better than you came to meet it.
Yeah.
Wise is the man who lives the next generation better than the way he came to meet it. So this is the time for parents to look consciously at the things they've suffered and create a change. It's time to end the cycle. Be wise enough. Be loving enough.
All right.
Think about humanity and know that you are raising a fresh life for the next generation.
That's interesting.